Mike, turn your games down.
Hi everybody, welcome to our mini episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who is punching some goons with me tonight?
The wannabe Power Ranger, King Kuma.
And we have a special two-part episode for you guys tonight. We are talking first about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, video game, the Snes version, which I have little history with other than you talking about it when we were kids. We never played it together as kids.
That's because I don't think either one of us had a copy of it anymore. Like,
Fair.
when I played it, it was somebody else's game.
Oh, that makes sense then. Okay. And
I think I don't remember if I had it, but
I don't think you did.
But what was
we never played it together. That makes sense. What's your history with the SNES game?
Well, I played it a bunch with my nephews, and I know for a fact they had it, and that's probably the only place I played it. But we played so many Super Nintendo games at that time, and we spent so much time playing this game that it feels like I almost owned it.
I mean, you knew this game so well. We played it once together a few years ago, but without cheating, and we could not get through this fucking game.
No, it would take so much memorization and repetition to finally get through it. I mean, how many stages were there? Do you remember?
6 or 7?
It was probably closer to 7 or 8. And
it's 8.
I didn't realize. So you said I knew it pretty well, which I do, but I did not remember the levels after the snow level until we got there. And then I was like, oh, I've actually been farther than I remember.
I mean, another thing with this game that I think that probably was an issue for it at the time too, is that I think the credits are all grouped together. So if you're playing 2 players, you're using 2 credits, versus if you're playing single player, only using 1 credit at a time. Because it's just you, and it's not like this game really makes a big difference if there's 2 people or not.
Oh, yeah, I didn't notice that.
I didn't either, but I'm watching I have a speedrun in the background playing, and I can see that there.
Yeah, it always seemed very limited when it came to really getting additional chances to get through the game. And I don't even remember without cheats, like if there are ways to up the continues. I don't think there was.
I don't know. I mean, I'm going to assume that this is like all old arcade games and Super Nintendo games that once you got so many points, you would get extra lives or extra credits, but you might only got extra lives.
Right. I think it was just, in game, like once you're actually in the stages, I do remember us getting enough points to get extra lives.
Okay. I mean, that would make sense. I mean, we had infinite lives because we were cheating and infinite health, but we didn't have infinite continues for both players. I didn't put that cheat in.
One thing I noticed, especially playing, alternative Ranger movie games, is that how stiff the game can tend to feel because you're on a rail.
Oh God, yes.
You have 2 different ones that you can jump between. When I really thought about it, I'd never played, as far as I remember, I never played another beat 'em up that just puts you on one rail the entire time. It felt very limiting.
This feels like it was, I mean, one, they reused assets that you picked up right away on one of the reused assets from the other Super Nintendo game.
Which one was it?
Well, you're playing as Rocky, but that face that morphs, that wasn't Rocky, was it?
It definitely wasn't.
Jason.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
Oh, I forgot to even say, who made this game. Wow, look at me failing. Developed by Natsume for SNES, published by Bandai for SNES, and came out in 1995. There we go. Failing. Completely forgot to say that.
You said who developed it?
Natsume.
I don't even remember that.
I didn't know it was I know who Natsume is. They're still around, but yeah, they're the ones that developed it for the SNES version. Not the Sega version.
You know if they've made other beat 'em ups?
Well, I can find out. I do not know. I just know that they exist and they make the Harvest Moon games and stuff.
Oh, they made Harvest Moon. Okay.
So they made Pocky and Rocky 2. That's not a beat 'em up. They made Wild in that game. Oh, but apparently Natsume changed their name at some point, or Natsume split companies, and then they made this game, and then they made a bunch of Power Ranger games, actually, it looks like. And then they made WrestleMania 2000 for Game Boy Color. Ooh.
That's funny.
And they're still around. They made Ray Natus, which came out from the Switch, PS4, PS5 in 2024. Not a lot of stuff I think we'll know. Well, SpongeBob, Globs of Doom.
Yeah, don't know what that game is.
I don't either. I just had to mention. Hey, they did a Power Rangers Dino Thunder game for Game Boy Advance.
I heard that was actually pretty decent.
The Game Boy Advance game sometimes. The Game Boy Advance can surprise you, and I'm in a weird Power Ranger phase, so I might have to check that out at some point.
Yeah, I might not be against it either. It'd be great if it was somehow co-op, which I doubt.
Game Boy Advance, so I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah, they had link cables and infrared.
Yeah, I mean, they had stuff, but awful small screen. So, I mean, that's what made this game special is that it's 2 players. Because the other, I mean, this is essentially a sequel to the Power Rangers: The Mighty Morphin game. At least it felt like it, which is a single player game, which came out earlier than this.
Well, there's really there's more story in that original Super Nintendo game than there is in this movie version.
Oh, there's shit in this.
You pretty much, I think, was there a little bit of story, but they skim right by it if there is.
That's in the Genesis game. We skim by it.
Oh, okay. Well, then
this one had no cutscenes. You just had levels, and it doesn't even reference the movie until the very end of the game.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else in the game that was connected to the movie other than, I guess, the suits themselves. And even then, the suits that they're wearing, they reflect more of the TV versions.
Well, because I'm pretty sure this is reused assets from the game that's based on the TV show.
Maybe. I don't made by them. Oh, is it? Well, then, yeah, it has to be then. Yeah.
They made it the year before. I mean, that's why I think, you have the Jason picture instead of Rocky, because they were just like, we just need to get something out with the movie, so we're just going to take what might have been game 2, because it also kind of plays the same. That one I've only played a little bit because it's not co-op, so I've never really screwed around with it. And I should, though, someday. But since that one it isn't co-op, like, it's the same thing, though. You have the 2 planes, and you probably just fight different monsters. Because these were, I'm assuming, Season 2 monsters or stuff closer to when the movie came out.
It had to be, yes, Season 2 or 3, because, yeah, it had to be about that.
I mean, I didn't recognize a lot of these. Like, I think you have like the Mirror Master guy to start with, which I don't even know who he is.
I don't know. I don't think all of these were like in the show. They might have. Some of them might have been original. Did they? All of them?
Yes, pretty sure. Maybe not the guy in the snow level, but I do remember toys of these characters, even though I didn't own them because I didn't care about them. I do remember seeing toys over the years because I always look at Power Ranger stuff now for some reason.
I couldn't tell you why.
It's all your fault. And so I'm always looking at the toys and what toys have came out. I don't buy them. I just like to look at them. So I'm pretty sure a lot of these had toys. The Mirror guy did for sure because I might have had it.
I was thinking about that one plane concept and that 2D like plane, and I have actually played beat 'em ups that were like that. There are some like some of the Batman ones. Batman Returns was like that. I think
Batman Returns is just one plane.
That's what I meant.
You can move around. It's not single plane. You can move around on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a regular beat 'em up.
Batman Forever then.
Maybe that terrible game that I don't want to play ever. Yeah.
It's fucking horrible. But I remember because they made it. Oh, not surprising.
It literally read your inputs.
They made it, and that makes even more sense because they did that same like technology capture that Mortal Kombat did, and they read your inputs too. Yeah. So, and that's what it felt like. It had that one plane, and even Sub-Zero Mythologies was kind of like a one plane beat 'em up in a sense too.
That's a game I really want to play someday.
Don't.
I know it's bad. It's just one of those things where I'm like, I want to play it and beat it. Yeah, who knows? I'm not pushing it, but it's something I think about every so often.
Man, they had so much potential. Not to get into this too much, but so much potential with the Mortal Kombat spin-offs, and like almost every one of them sucked ass. Shaolin Monks might have been the only decent one.
The only good one that they never re-released yet. Which is sad, because that's a really good game and is locked to the PS2 Xbox gen. They need to re-release it someday. I bet rights. The second boss in this is Cannon Top, which I think he's from the show too. I don't remember.
Who was the first one?
Mirror something. I call him Mirror Master. That might not be his name, but that's what I'm calling him. I don't want to look. He's a green guy with a mirror on his face. Cannon
Top was the other one?
Yeah.
When I look up Cannon Top, oh yeah, he was in the show.
Yeah, I figured they're characters from the show. They're just
created by Lord Zed.
They're not ones that matter. Like they had Eye Guy, they had the Snake, stuff from the early stuff. I would have been all giddy and happy because that's my Power Rangers. It's the first season when I cared as a kid.
Well, it does make sense to have the season 2 mobs. Mirror Maniac was the first one.
Okay, Mirror Master.
It does make sense. Yeah, it makes sense to have them just because at that time they want it to be as new as possible, and at least the fans at that time would have, if they're still watching, would recognize.
I mean, it's a pretty basic beat 'em up. They try to do some different things where you have a snowboard in the third level, and then they start adding spikes, and they add bottomless pits to eat your lives that you already don't have enough of, because, why not? But it's a very challenging game. Like, I know when we did it together years ago when we were not using cheats, we only got to level 3, and then we ran out of credits and lives.
Yeah, I think it's because of those very pitfalls that you were mentioning.
Yeah. I mean, and you only have 5 health bars, and each hit takes away 1 bar of life, and you don't get that much food items to regenerate your health in this game. It is not friendly.
You really don't. They throw some more in the later levels, but it's doesn't balance out too well. Yeah.
They mostly give you power upgrades in the containers that would have health, because the way the game works is you start off as teenagers, regular ranger, and then when you get enough power bar, you then turn into rangers, or if you get it before you, or if you get to the boss fight and didn't do it, then you turn into rangers anyway.
Yeah.
And then if
I guess it just gives you the advantage if you do it earlier.
You're stronger. People die in 1 hit instead of 2. I think it's 2, or maybe it's still 1. I can't remember.
No, I think a lot of putties end up dying in 2 hits. I think it depends on the putty you're actually fighting, though, too.
And they also don't alter the designs of the enemies. It's really, I mean, they make the putties a different color, but it's really all you fight in this game are putty.
Yeah.
Which is also stupid, because this is based on the movie, and there's no...
Right. Yeah, not well, I guess the movie, they did have Tengas. And
the movie's Tengas.
Yeah, movie's Tengas, and they had the ooze guys. Yeah.
They don't have anything from the movie. Like, this game... That's why I'm pretty sure this game was not a movie game. It was just the next game they were going to make for season 2. And then somebody said, hey, the movie's coming out. Let's brand it as the movie.
That would make a lot more sense based on what we're seeing. But, and I said this when we were playing the other one, is that it's like you run out of things almost from the movie. Because, like, what are you going to have other than, like, for bosses, like, for that many stages?
But to not even have anything from the movie... Because the final boss is Ooze, which we'll get back to, but I just want to briefly say, and it feels like it should have been Lord Zed. It feels like Lord Zed was there because it's a throne room, and then they changed it and put Ooze there because it's the movie game.
Well, like I'd never thought of that theory, but that's the only thing that really makes sense, is that this was meant to be a follow-up to that original game, and they just slapped the movie on it.
And the third boss is Skellerina, is the name. Which means nothing to me, and it's saying something I don't recognize your Power Rangers bosses, because that's what or enemies, because that's what I was so focused on with the monsters.
I guess that does hurt it a bit, when it comes to the when you can't recognize the monsters, you know what I mean? That does hurt it a bit, because I mean, like you said, if we would have seen like Bones or Sphinx or something, that would have been cool. And
they're in the first game, I bet.
I can't remember which ones are in there.
I can't either. I might play it in the future out of curiosity. I mean,
looking at the Skellerina. Yep, there it is.
It's just an ugly ass boss, and I know that's as far as we got. The 4th level was the locomotive, and I was surprised. You're like, I remember this.
Yeah, I mean, that shows you how rare it was for us to actually get to that point.
I mean,
that must have been our once or twice to actually hit those further levels.
Oh, I'm guessing you only made there a couple times, because like you vaguely remembered some like the second to last level or so, and I was surprised. You guys got close.
Yeah, we definitely never hit the last stage. That was unfamiliar to me. Everything else, though, I do remember some of it or most of it.
I mean, they're kind of cool stages. Like the train was fine, but it's very basic beat 'em up, and I like my more open beat 'em ups where like Final Fight style, where you can walk around the map and fight, not just side scroller. Doesn't work the same for me.
Yeah, it does take something away from it, and playing the 2 different versions of it, I could really feel that, like that lack of freedom to actually move around a plane is very noticeable.
And it hurts the game. Like, I mean, I had fun playing this with you, but this is not a game that I would have found myself going towards as a kid.
It doesn't hold up, obviously, like it did when I was a kid. Like, obviously, when we played it back then, when we were actually very deep into that game, season 2 was already kind of an afterthought. I think when we got into it, Zeo and Turbo were live on TV at that time.
And what did your nephews call the other Power Rangers?
Oh, you mean the original ones?
Yeah, they had a name for it.
Blast from the Past. Because that's what they labeled it, the reruns on Fox Kids.
2 years ago was blast from the past.
Pretty much. Obviously, they were a little younger, so they didn't really remember the original Power Rangers. Obviously, they're so iconic that they knew the looks and the characters for the most part. But as far as them being conscious and old enough to actually watch them, no. Like, I think one of them was born the same year the first season came out.
Oh, damn.
Or either that or like a year before that. And then the other one's even younger than that. So, you put the...
Yeah, so they weren't. Oh, and by watching the speedrun of it so far, this guy has not earned any more credits since he started playing.
I don't think he can.
That's ridiculous.
Yep, it's just lives.
That's what makes this game so hard, too, because it's like, you can die really easy, too.
Yeah.
The fourth boss is Magnet Brain, which I do remember Magnet Brain as a toy and stuff.
Magnet Brain. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
I guarantee I had his toy. Well, they made good enemies for my heroes to fight with my action figure toys.
Your G.I. Joes?
Uh-huh. I loved playing with figures when I was a kid, man. That's why they're all beat up and loved.
No, I get it, man. I used to love it too. Power Rangers, Batman, Superman.
I still need to go back and find my old toys and take what I want and sell what I don't want because there's a market for it. Someone will be happy to grab all those old toys.
They will.
That's on my to-do list someday. But
if you've never sold on eBay, that's a good spot too.
Yeah, that's more effort than I'm probably willing to give.
How's he going to sell them? Go
to the local game store near me, toy store, and be like, how much you give me for all this shit?
No, you might not get what you want from it.
Well, considering that if I don't do that, they're just going to end up in a landfill. Probably a better option. I say that like my mother's going to throw away anything in that house. Who am I kidding?
It's also a fact.
Yes.
Yep, Magnet Brain, Season 2, man. These are all Season 2 Lord Zed mobs.
Okay. I figured, and that's fine. I think that's a cool way to do it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, if it's a movie game, it is.
Yes. You can work in some stuff of the movie, but they're you can just tell this was not a movie game.
You could have reskinned the putties to get some ooze mobs in there. Or
that would have taken more time. They didn't have AI just to do it for them and make it look ugly and ship it out the door. They had to do it themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could have been that last minute of a change where it's like, oh shit, we have no time to change the assets. Slap the movie on there and we'll change the boss, the final boss.
That's probably what it was. I bet you this was supposed to be like Zed's Revenge or Zed's Attacks or something. You could see it having some kind of stupid little, cross tag like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Jason still in Season 2, isn't he? Or do they switch early in Season 2? I can't remember.
He was in Season 2, but not long.
Okay. Before he said, I want more money, and Saban went, fuck you. Yeah.
So a little before they introduced the White Ranger to also not only bring back Tommy in a full capacity, but make their new leader. Jason was gone a little bit before then. Well, the actor was. His character was still there until about that point.
Okay.
Almost.
It's always
I think
sad what happens to those guys.
Yeah. Well, I think the power transfer must have came first, right? Like the Jason, Trini, and Zach switching it to the new ones. And then
I'm assuming.
Then White Light happened. I don't remember anymore.
I can't remember either. I watched, there's a really good recap of Power Rangers if you are interested, people out there, by Connor Waffle or something on YouTube where he recaps every series. Really well done. It's a great way to watch Power Rangers without actually watching it and support that guy.
Yeah, because obviously as adults, it can be very hard to stomach some of the very bad writing and acting of the time. And them still trying to figure out how they wanted to present the show. Some of the later ones aren't so bad. Like when you start getting into the Disney era and all that, some of the shows are actually still enjoyable. It's not as cringy as that original stuff.
That early stuff is cringe.
Very bad.
The 5th level Infiltrate, that was like the skyscraper one, which I think you hadn't seen too before, because you were like, I remember this place. Like when you're climbing up the giant tower.
Mm-hmm.
You had seen that because we fought ninja enemies at some point that you were like, I know these guys.
Yep.
Which shocked me that you gotten that far. I bet it was like once or twice though.
It had to be,
because this game is so this. Yeah, you do get extra lives. I'm watching the speedrun. This guy has lost lives but no credits, so he has gotten more lives back. Man, this game was just hard though. Like I was surprised how annoying it was. Like to play at times with difficulty wise. I enjoyed it.
Yes, sadly, that era was still. Yeah. The difficulty being the biggest challenge. You Even though I think we were playing on, was there difficulty levels in there? We were playing on normal? There wasn't any? Oh, fuck, that's not good.
There were no difficulty settings. There was no extra lives, extra continues, nothing like that as an options.
Wow. Yeah, it's like it's a callback to that NES hard, you know. It's not always enjoyable. For the most part, it's never enjoyable.
No. Oh, and we forgot to mention, but there also is a dodge button in this game too that you can use to get through things.
Oh yeah, that we never used.
We didn't need to, for the record.
I actually accidentally did it once, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is in the game." I forgot. That's probably the key to passing that game a little bit easier. I don't remember using that much as a kid, and I think you can only do it when you're morphed, right?
No, you can. I don't know. Good question. I don't know. Also, we have to talk about how ugly the Billy sprite is in this game.
Oh boy,
it's a fucking insult. And it's not even that it's ugly. It's that when when you duck and punch, he covers his face. I'm like, what are you doing to my Billy?
Yeah, they really exaggerated how much of a nerd he was, and if this is taking place at least during season 2 or between 2 and 3, Billy was already coming into his own at that point, to where he was more confident. Like when the show first started, he was a little bit weird and quirky and couldn't, a little more scared and fearful, but that changed by this point.
Yeah, it bothered me in this a lot because Billy is my favorite character of the Rangers, and it really bothered me.
It was weird. And not to mention his character portrait was fucking terrible. It looked like the pilot version of Billy, and that's probably what that was.
Like I said, there was no reusing assets. I mean, there was no making new assets, that's what I mean. They reused all the assets. The boss of the 6th level is Silverhorn, which I vaguely remember. I don't like him either.
Silverhorn Power Rangers. Yeah, it's a funny looking one.
Mm-hmm. And then that brings
I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be. It looks like just a hand with legs and claws.
And I don't think you ever saw the next level inside the headquarters. That's the one with all the traps that can instant kill you, take away your lives, because, that's nice.
That's always fun.
I mean, it has fucking, gravity things that make you go up into spikes but don't affect the enemies, and so much bullshit. Oh, and the health you pick up doesn't even fill you back up to full health. It only fills up 2 out of your 5. This game was just meant to be brutal. There's a reason you guys were not able to finish this game, and it wasn't your fault.
Oh, yeah, and in time, I accepted that. I figured this game was just meant to be that difficult.
No, you had to make sure you buy it and didn't beat it in a rental.
That too.
It was but it's a fun game. I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing it with you. Since we couldn't die, I would not have enjoyed it if we could have died.
Oh, if we had to recap those levels over and over again, we wouldn't have made it.
We wouldn't have. I would have walked away. I guarantee you the speedrunner has this game memorized, of course, obviously.
Well, of course, the guy must love
this game
that damn much, yeah.
You have to have it memorized. I mean, that's how old Super Nintendo games were, though, at the time, so not that far off. I'm trying to see who the boss is of this level. Oh, this had the really good boss of Mainframe. Remember that?
I don't even remember what it looks like. We just played it. Oh,
it was a brain in a jar.
Now that was their original design, and you could tell it was not good.
It was so stupid. I'm like, if I'm going to fight a brain in a jar, it better be called Mother Brain. I better be playing a Metroid game. Otherwise, I don't know if I want it. I mean, I know games have done it. This is not the only game, but it was so stupid.
Many. But to not, you have so many options from Power Rangers, and this is what we go with.
Because it was simple. It wasn't a lot of work. It was just a brain in a jar, and then you had different things in the background. It had orbs in the top. So it's just stupid. Also, this guy plays as Rocky the whole game until the last level, and then he switches to Kimberly. So maybe there's a bit of difference with the Rangers. I don't know. Yeah, and you can tell by looking at the final showdown. He's sitting on a throne. 100% was Zed before they changed it. 100%. You can just tell. I mean, having Ooze was annoying too, because it was a kind of annoying fight. They made it was hard too. I could see how upset a kid would have been to get all the way this far and then just lose.
Yeah, with kids in mind, obviously that was the demographic for this game. It's like, how dare you make it that hard, that difficult?
Do you remember Lion King?
Oh, I definitely do.
Okay, they didn't give a shit.
Yeah, speaking of, oh my god, man, I have some memories of that. Well, yeah.
Their concern was not if the kid would get through this or not. Their concern was, will the kid buy this or not? That was all they cared about.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't understand why this guy picked Kimberly, because she's fighting the same as everybody else. I mean, all the Ranger morphs are exactly the same model, just different colors. too.
Not enjoyable, especially when you have masculine-looking women.
And you really don't get to see their weapons unless you get to the power bar the second time. They do not use their weapons, which is really a letdown. Because that's one thing that makes them special are their weapons. And they're like, well, we can't make them too special because we're reusing as many assets as possible.
Right.
And then the very last level of this game is you escape, because the game thought it was a Metroid game for some reason. But you can also lose lives, because you can fall to your death in this part too many times.
Man, I can't imagine just getting that far, beating ooze, and then blowing it on the final part.
You're just like, you go outside with the game, and you're just like, we're done, game. Smash it.
Yeah.
Maybe he could, maybe it's like you couldn't sell Mario's Time Machine at the local game store because it shook, and then you just take it in the back alley,
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a thing that really happened.
No, not at all. I like Mario's Time Machine too.
Oh, I hated it so much.
You hated it more when they wouldn't give you money for it.
Yeah, because it's like, well, at least let's get something for this piece of garbage.
You got something. You got a few minutes of entertainment.
I actually enjoyed history. I still do. And that game didn't do it for me. That's how bad it was structured.
I played it once with a guide on my phone, and I beat it, and I was like, okay, it exists. It's a game. And then this game does a thing of wait for shadow, because when you get to the end of the escape tunnel, you have to stand there and let the timer go down until the Zord arm bursts through and saves you.
And you have no indication that's coming.
Nope.
Like, there could have been a cutscene like, hey, we're on the way. And then you're just sitting there waiting, like, nope. You're just thinking, like, can you imagine somebody that gets that far and they can't figure out what to do and they just get pissed and turn the system off?
Oh, I guarantee someone did. Someone did and never went back who maybe randomly listened to the episode and go, oh, that's how this works. But yeah, there should be something that tells you that, like, I mean, at least with, like, FF6, it does say it gives you a choice, wait for shadow, And that's a little different because you only got to go back to the save point. In this, you probably got to go back. You might have to go back to the beginning of the game. You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on where you're at with lives and credits. And then the very last scene is the Zord is standing above the mountain fortress. And it's is it even the correct Zord from the movie?
I think what I remember is they had the
Thunder Zord one.
The Thunder Megazord. Yeah, no, that is not from the movie at all.
Okay.
It's not even from season 3.
That's how you. And don't forget the very last bit with the school match, Tommy versus Rocky in boxing, where they put all the sprites in and then they punch Bulk and Skull at the very last second because they jumped in. It's dumb. It's really dumb.
It's the only inclusion of Bulk and Skull. And you don't really even see any civilians in the game, do you? Other than maybe people driving cars?
Nope. You mean the cars that hit you? That's the other game. You don't even see the cars in this game.
I thought you do, because you're in the street, I think, on the first level.
Oh, I don't think maybe you see people. I don't remember.
But I don't think there's any civilians in the game.
I think there's civilians in the Genesis game, but I don't think there's civilians in this game. Let me to the first level. Okay, you do see civilians in the streets in the first level in the background, and you're right, there are cars that pass by in the first level. That's it. And then you go into a store, and I don't think you ever see NPCs again. It's a weird game. It's cheap. That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right, then we should go to Shelf Stacker Box for this one. You go first, Rich.
Oh boy. Yeah, I guess I didn't really think about that, but I'd probably have to box it, man. As much as I'm a Ranger fan and I have some nostalgic memories for this being a kid, it didn't hit the same now. Even the music, nothing hit the same that it used to. And I feel like once that you finally get to that point where you beat it, you don't really have much of an incentive to replay it.
No,
because it is a chore to get through. It's kind of a slog to get through, and you don't. And all the flaws that it has, I feel outweigh the good that it brings. So I probably have to box it.
All right. I'll go next. Put this in the box too. I have no nostalgic for this game or nothing really, and I beat it. I'm good. I don't ever need to touch it again. I'm glad I beat it, but I never need to touch it again. And then we'll take a short break. And we're back. And now let's talk about the better version of these two games. Ooh, did I already say that? The Genesis one also came out the same year, but this one's actually made by a different company. Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Genesis was made by Sims and then published by Sega.
Sims? Yeah, not familiar.
Sims was a company, and they actually made games up to the PSP. And they made a PS4 game and Switch.
Interesting.
Legendary Fishing. That's the last game it looks like they made. And it doesn't even have the years of when these games came out. They mainly just made fishing games for the Wii, the WiiWare, and they made Ape Escape on the loose for PSP. Yeah. So have you ever played the Genesis game before?
No, because I grew up, and when I grew up, I only had a Super Nintendo. I didn't have a lot of friends with Segas, and the ones that did, they didn't have Power Ranger games. They had Sonic,
I did not.
Usual Sonic, and Comic Zone, and stuff like that. So I never I never had the opportunity to run across it to where I had the opportunity to just try it.
That's true.
And when I got older, even with emulators, I don't think I ever put the time aside to even try it, because I always figured that it was like anytime there was a Super Nintendo and a Sega version of something, I always leaned toward the Super Nintendo version anyway. So I was like, well, it can't be better than the Super Nintendo version, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and that band Presto, that was not the ROM. The ROM, that was actually part of the game.
What was? Oh, that intro thing? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was we thought it was whoever, ported the game to ROMs, or not ported, but ripped it. Nope. Yeah. It's an actual company. Man Presto. Don't know what they are because Wikipedia doesn't have their name, but it looks like I'm pretty sure they're accurate.
Yeah, well, their little logo intro looked like shit.
Yeah, that's why we thought it was, pirates. So I played this game. Actually, my neighbor had it, and I played it at his house, and my neighbor was probably 4 at the time, 3 or 4 years old, and we played this game together on his Genesis.
Wow.
His dad bought him. That was my introduction to the game, and I beat this game with that kid, too. More than once. This is a true beat-em-up. In the sense of it, Final Fight is what I consider a true beat 'em up, Double Dragon, where you have your open range area, you walk around and you beat the shit out of things.
Yeah, it felt immediately just more free. Being able to move in every direction that you want to move, not just dodging projectiles. It felt a lot better.
I like this game personally a lot, and it actually has to do with stuff with the movie built in.
It does. Yeah, the second you get in, you're introduced to the Oozmen, which are the first enemies you see in Power Rangers, the movie, the actual movie.
The first level is the movie, or from the movie, and then it does end up going other places where you have levels from the show. I'm assuming the second season of the show, but that's fine because the movie is it's a short movie. It's just a movie. So, but the game, the Rangers are actually different. Like when you do their combos, they actually use their weapons at the end of their combos. And you can jump, and you can jump kick, you can jump punch, which is so stupid. But the fact that the weapons are here, they make the Rangers feel different for each one because they have their weapons. And that's a really nice touch.
And their sprites are a bit different too.
Yeah, I mean...
And you start morph. You never have to morph.
Which is better. I mean, you're Rangers. You don't want to be unmorphed. You want to be morphed.
Yeah, if you're ever going to be unmorphed in a Power Rangers type of setting, typically you want it to be as short as possible.
Yeah, I don't even like being unmorphed in the tabletop RPG that we play.
Oh, well, I know you don't. I like to see you.
I'm ready to morph the moment we get the chance to.
Yeah, you might watch somebody. You got to stop somebody littering a McDonald's burger wrapper on the ground, and you're like, "Well, time to morph."
I mean, I'd be like, "All right, sorry, they broke the law. We got to kill him. I'll make the rules. I just enforce them."
Like a rogue RoboCop or something.
I mean, it was just it's just a really fun beat 'em up. The levels felt good. They do alter a bit as the game goes on. And they also have Zord fights in this game too. Which, hey, remember those kids?
I will say the music was great too. Yes, in certain ways. So the Super Nintendo version didn't really have any recognizable themes, but the music itself wasn't bad. I do like when we played the game. That's something that brings me back to being a kid again, was the music. And there's actually some metal covers and stuff online that I have in my playlist and stuff of those certain themes. The quality of the music was better than what we see here.
Yes,
as far as because of obviously the hardware.
Well, remember, Nintendo does what Sega don't.
Jesus.
It does with music. It's a better music chip.
Did Nintendo have blast processing?
It had good music chips, though. That's for sure.
It did. So, all right. So this one, on the other hand, music quality might not have been as good, but the themes that they used were even better because you had them ripped from the show, which were the usual combat themes. I think they even had the Green Ranger theme in there at one point, which didn't make any sense, but it sounds fucking great.
They did because me and you started singing it.
Mm-hmm. So they do have some recognizable themes. At least they had that going for it.
Because multiple times in this game, me and you were singing the song together. Mm-hmm. Like White Ranger, whatever it goes. So yeah, we were humming
Tiger Power.
Together. I know, White Ranger. White Ranger power.
White Ranger Tiger power.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. They were like, we got to be careful with this one. Otherwise, that song would have been something you still hear today.
White power, yeah.
You would hear Trump playing it when he come out. It'd be his theme song.
Wouldn't be surprised.
And then Saban would have been like, well, as long as I get a check, it's fine. I don't care. I'm assuming. I don't know what his thoughts are politically, but I just know he's a cheapskate and an asshole, so that's all I got.
It's whatever helps his wallet, I would assume. Who knows?
Yeah, I will never forgive that guy for the way he treated his actors, because, man, he would have had a better show.
Don't think they'll forgive him either.
They shouldn't. And I met a couple of them, but I have not asked them that question, nor will I.
Yeah, it's a topic I'd probably stay away from.
No, I don't ever say much to actors other than, like, man, your character meant a lot to me when I was growing up, and, like, thank you for signing this. That's usually about where the conversation goes.
Yeah, I keep it short, man. Same when I met Jason or Austin St. John. I was like, hey, man, you're inspiration to me, and all, the Red Ranger, whatever, and that was it.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. You just, you tell them that their character meant something to you, enjoyed their show, and thank you for signing this thing, and take a picture, and you walk away, and you go, that was cool. That's all. Those experiences are worth it, though, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and if I end up going your way for Zach and Adam, hey man, it's gonna be same type of deal.
Yeah, except Johnny Young Boss, doesn't do selfies. At least he didn't last time, because Tiff was upset that she didn't get a selfie with him.
Yeah, I would like to do that. I'm pretty sure I've seen him do stuff with fans though.
He might now, maybe just that con he didn't, but this was like fucking years ago. It was right before Jason David Frank passed, because he came to our con and then he canceled his other cons after that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know on that one. Maybe it could have been a timing thing. He wanted to speed things up, or who knows? Could have been anything.
Yeah, I mean, it is a busy con. Twin Cities Con has gotten huge, but we have a signed Bleach poster from him.
That means I need to get some Black Ranger stuff to get signed.
I have 2 Funko Pops, the one from the movie and the one with the weapon, and both are going to probably get signed.
Yeah, I need to. I want to get some Lightning Collection stuff for them to sign, but I don't know, because the only thing that Austin St. John signed for me was a Funko Pop. So it's like, well, do I just keep that tradition and get them to sign other Funkos? Like, I don't know.
I'm the wrong person to ask.
Yeah, it's something I got to figure out myself. It's harder though to get Lightning Collection Black Rangers. That the prices are stupid high. I can't even find this is a different Black Ranger, but Dino Thunder Black, I was willing to pay even more money to get that, and I still can't find it anywhere.
That's because Tommy.
Well, obviously, but still, it's like not his most popular one. I could see if it was green or white; those are his most popular, but
not Zeal, yeah. Not Turbo.
Yeah.
God, Turbo! Come on now, Turbo.
Yeah, if I had to rank the popularity of all the suits, Turbo would be on the bottom of his list.
Fuck Turbo. Fuck that movie. Every time it comes up, fuck that movie.
Fuck that gerbil. Not literally.
I gotta tell Isaiah to make an AI photo now. So.
Oh God.
He do it for me if I bring it up. Rich and the gerbil holding hands.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to silence you. I need to get him in the campaign some way, somehow.
He's gonna be a villain that we have to kill with 1 health, and you only have to roll a 10 to hit him.
You guys want to save the world, you need to kill this gerbil wizard.
Also, with the Genesis game, they had scenes where like credit or coins would drop, and some would give you credit, some would give you health, some would just give you score, which eventually can lead to lives. But it was nice that it was there. Like, they make this game much more playable and fun. I mean, I could have done without the S-neck, S-ring, or whatever the fuck the sisters are. I'm like, why? Of all the cool monsters, why?
Dumpy. Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the first boss was the first boss you fight is in the Zord. You fight the ones from the movie, the 2 ugly ass things.
Which ones?
The Scorpion.
Oh, yeah.
But they tried. Like, they did the stuff from the movie, and then they went back and did, like, little stuff from the show, and they even have little cutscenes that we skipped that told you about what the episode was, like a really brief, probably like a couple seconds of text. But, it was there.
I didn't... All right, so I'm a little conflicted on this here, to where I'm glad that they opened with the stuff from the movie, Oozman and everything else. Like, that was really nice to see, but it was out of order because the movie takes place right around the time season 3 starts, but yet you're getting Lord Zed season 2 stuff afterwards. Didn't thoroughly enjoy that, but like maybe they could have switched the order. Ooze in the movie could have been second, but then it wouldn't have been the movie. Like you start the game, and it's like, well, this isn't the movie.
Yeah, and that's I think what they did it because they wanted you to have the move, like it's a movie game, but then we have to fill out this game with a few more levels, so we'll have other stuff involved.
Yeah.
You have a Goldar level in this too, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was nice. The Zord mechanics weren't bad, and even then they made them for the most part make sense too with the Zords that you're playing. You actually had you had the Ninja Zord and you had Falcon Zord, the White Tiger Zord in its warrior mode.
Yep, which was cool.
And then the Thunder Megazord. So and they all made sense.
I mean, it was nice they worked in multiple Zords for you to play as depending on what fit during the time that they were talking about.
Yep. And I like that they used the sprite reflected the show other than the movie of the Ninja Megazord.
Oh, don't like the Ninja Megazord?
The Ninja Mega, do you remember what it looked like in the movie?
No.
Look it up right now and you'll see.
I don't think I like it.
Some of the worst CGI in history. Even as a kid, we talked about this in our review for the movie. It was, even as a kid, it's like, wow, that's fucking bad.
Yeah, that's fucking bad. I just found it on a still of it.
So imagine that in the game versus the show version.
Okay, I'm okay with the show version. I forgot the frog was his penis. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
God, that's ugly as fuck. Still, it's really bad. That did not work as a still. Yeah, I'm okay they didn't have that. I also don't like the animal Zords, the frog and stuff. I think they're awful.
Why not? The wolf was kind of cool for Billy.
Okay, 1 out of 6. I don't remember the other ones. I just know the frog is dumb, and I'm sure other ones were dumb too. I don't remember them. Oh, there's an ape. I didn't care for the ape.
Yep, ape, bear. I actually like the bear. I thought that was cool. Ape, hit or miss, because it looks stupid to me. The ape looked like almost too humanoid.
Yeah, from what I vaguely remember.
Frog wasn't great. And then Tim had the crane. Was not her best Zord. Yeah, didn't care for it. Falcon Zord was kind of cool.
Yeah, I like the Falcon Zord. I have no problem with him. And don't forget the level where we didn't know what to do. The timer ticked down until I vaguely remembered we had to hit a rock. We broke a rock open and we were able to continue on with the game.
That saved our ass because I had no idea what to do.
I didn't either, but I had a vague memory of.
Yeah, we went all the way to the end of the level, sat there fighting endless waves of putties, and then we went to the start of the level trying to figure it out, and then back to the damn rock.
Yep. And I remembered.
Now I know what it feels like for you guys to try to navigate my puzzles in the goddamn campaign.
Yeah, but we're a bunch of dummies, apparently. We are terrible at puzzles.
It's kind of funny sometimes.
We overthink them, too.
I think that's what most people do.
But you get to fight, like, Lord Zed and something that looks like it was out of a Contra game, because he's coming from the back screen, his hand, you hit his hand. I really like that. I like when games did like that.
It was just everything about it. I don't think I had any complaints about this game, other than maybe the music quality based on the hardware could have been a little better, but it's not the game's fault.
No, it's just the timing. The only annoying thing was Goldar because he flew and we couldn't hit him sometimes.
Yeah, well, that wasn't so bad, especially compared to our experience with the Super Nintendo version. None of that was even close to being bad compared to that.
And there's no Zords in the Super Nintendo version either, which was a real letdown, because when you think of Ranger, you think of Zords.
You got to have Zords in there somewhere. Even if it's just 1 or 2 levels, something, man. And all you get to see is this Zord breaking through a wall and taking you out. And then you see it. Maybe they had a final cutscene, right, with it?
Which is standing there, yes, from the back.
Great.
That's it. You just see the back of its head.
Yeah. And it's the wrong Zord for what they're representing.
The movie Zord. Again, we'll make that joke, but it was a different. It wasn't a movie game. It was something else.
That's crazy.
You can tell. After you have Goldar, you have the deserted planet, which I think is getting back towards the movie again. I think is what they were going for. No, you're still fighting Goldar. Then you have the last level, which is the final Ivan, which is from the movie where you're on like the moon or something. Which
that's right. Okay. So yeah, I don't think they had a fight on the moon in the movie, but for the game, it's passable. It makes sense.
Yeah, and you get to fight the combined version of the Scorpion and the Wasp Zord too in a fight.
So in the show. Or the movie, he ended up taking over those Zords himself and kind of combines with them.
Oh, because he's ooze, so okay.
Yeah. And yes, he looked like absolute shit in the CGI of that.
Early CGI. And I guarantee you somebody was cheap.
Jurassic Park came out before that, and there's a drastic difference.
Yeah, that's called we spent money to make one of the best movies ever made. Which I will still say, perfect movie. Jurassic Park 1 is perfect.
That's pretty good.
There are a few movies I consider perfect, and that's one of them. Fucking love that movie. Yeah, and then you fight the thing in the moon in a Zord fight, and then you beat the game, and then you get to see a last cutscene of them fighting in space, and then get shot by some giant beam that I don't remember where it came from because the game didn't tell me.
Thought in the movie he almost like got hit by his own power or something like that.
Could have been.
It's been a while.
Yeah, and I wasn't about to put the movie back on and find out.
Not worth it at all.
I mean, I will probably watch that movie again at some point if it's on streaming, and I'm like, what do I want to do while I'm streaming or not streaming, but while I'm editing a podcast, and I might throw it. I could see myself throwing it on again. Whether I'll make it through it all, can't tell you that, but I'll try.
Stuff like that, like there's a very high chance I'll watch the movie again myself. But for nostalgic purposes, and then also like if I have a friend over, if we happen to be on vacation or something, it's like, hey man, you want to watch the Power Rangers, or do you want to watch like my friend in Japan when he visits up this way, a lot of times we'll watch old stuff, like we'll pop in the first Mortal Kombat movie, you know.
Okay. You compared a good movie and an okay movie.
Well, as an example though, just for nostalgic purposes,
yes.
That's what we'll usually do.
Mortal Kombat 1 is good though.
And let's not forget my yearly watch of the first Turtle movie from the 90s.
Okay, that's amazing movie. Way better than the Power Rangers movie.
It is, yes.
That fucking movie is fucking amazing. I love that first Turtles movie. I saw it in theaters last year, and I saw the second one this year, and I highly doubt the third one's coming to theaters next year.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
I don't see a world where they re-release that one. Nobody's asking for that one.
Not at all.
Now they bring the TMT movie out. Second movie's good though. It has its issues.
It's good. I enjoy it. Jesus. I've never enjoyed as much as the first, because the first one was gritty as hell, and I love gritty 90s New York or big cities like that. And the second one definitely took the water hose and kind of washed it off a little bit.
Well, they had to make it more kid friendly, so we'll have the turtles beat people up with toys instead, because that kid could actually have. It makes sense,
weapons. Right? I mean, hell, even in the first one, they didn't really use weapons too often. Like obviously Michelangelo did. Any sharp weapons they didn't. Nobody got stabbed or cut, really.
Even though the fucking foot soldiers have axes and things, but hey, we're just gonna bunk you with it. We're gonna turn it the other way and hit you with the non-sharp part.
Let's throw our katana into the ceiling and do a kick instead of using the actual weapons.
Unfortunately, very accurate to that movie. All right, anything else to say about the Genesis game? I think we covered it all.
I don't think there's much more for it.
All right, let's go to Shelf Stacker Box. I'll go first for this one. Shelf. I really like this game, but I also am nostalgic for it. But I will play this game again. This is something every so often I will pop in and play. I'm in that mood. I can see it happening again. It's such a good little game. Shelf all the way. And Rich.
Yeah, I would definitely shelf this one. If it came down to it, if we happen to be same place, same time, we have the opportunity to play it, I'd play it again. I really enjoyed it for the most part. Is it a little basic? Yeah, but considering the time it came out, it's a pretty well made game.
Yeah, better than I expected. Way better than I expected to go back and still love it. So I'm happy we played it. And if you enjoyed this episode, there are over 1,000 other episodes of this podcast. We do movies, TV shows, video games, comics. If you want to hear the rest of our Power Rangers content, it will all be in the show notes. So check that out. You can also talk about the movie and hear about Rich's favorite movie, Turbo, and the Gerbil. So listen to that too. Yeah. And if you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon. Little Dog vote in our Patreon polls. We have 1 to 2 polls a month. So check that out. And if you also get all the episodes early, so you won't have to wait the week for regular episodes because I release them as soon as I edit them, or will you have to wait until these episodes that usually take a month, I record ahead of time, you get them early as a patron for little as $1. So enjoy the show. Great way to support the show, and I made it nice and easy. And if you donate $10 or more, I'll plug your podcast YouTube every episode I make during that month, like these lovely people, Phoebe Stanton, the Let's Play Princess on YouTube and Twitch, and check out her podcast, Nerds Broadcast. Check out Zach's show, absolutely the best podcast of work in progress. Talk about the MCU movies and currently doing the Alien Predator franchise. And check out Bill Tucker's show, A Gamer Looks at 40, and his new podcast, Carrying My Cross, religious show. Still very good. And want to give a shout out to my awesome intro and outro crew, Helena at Hell Has Fury. Follow her on TikTok and Instagram. And join us on Discord. If you want to be in the show, you want to suggest things for the show, join the Discord. You'll see a link in the show notes. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only, and rate and reviews for every future podcast. And that's everything I need to say. So we will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.